Yeah. Cleaning floor. Ultimatum protocol. Insulation chamber deployed. Cleanup sequence initiated. Sorting small objects. Outlander Brigade. When the wind of death blew towards the blonde samurai. Clear and concise descriptions of physical motions but no plot. Category: Martial arts instruction.
Wait, isn't that a light novel that Seat Lolly left here by mistake?
The good thing about being reincarnated as a hilly churl is that I only need to eat sunsettias to become stronger. Discusses energy acquisition from the sunsettia fruit. Category: Nutritional science.
Maybe I should keep a closer eye on what Nipika's reading.
Introduction of ancient machines. Grammatically elegant and rhetorically sophisticated, author displays a high level of linguistic mastery. Category: Classical literature.
What in the world? That isn't classical literature. She's finally done. Huh? Is that a woven scroll down there? Oh, looks a little dirty. Could you clean it up?
Understood. Cleaning woven scroll.
Wow, it's like it's brand new. Hey, this looks like someone from the Children of Echoes. Shilonen, is this a relative of yours?
Oh, a relative? No. That's Ishkik, ancient name Baraka, founder of the Children of Echoes and one of the 6 heroes.
Wait, Baraka? Isn't that your ancient name too?
Yep, she was the first recorded bearer of that name. She and her friends went on a mission to defeat the Pyro Dragon. She dismantled many ancient machines built by Dragonkind, hoping to put them to use for the good of humanity. But most of her research was lost to history. It's a real shame. I'm sure we'd all have much easier lives if we had access to all that tech.
What happened? Useful stuff like that normally doesn't just get forgotten.
Ochkon happened. An old friend of the 6 who ended up ruling Natland shortly after the war and went full tyrant. He despised everything to do with Dragonkind and persecuted everyone who showed any kind of sympathies toward their civilization. He even turned on Ishkik, one of his closest allies. Ultimately, she took her own life, bringing a once amicable friendship to a tragic end.
Ishkik burned her workshop to the ground to make sure Ochkon couldn't get her hands on it. That's the reason most of her research is lost to history.
That's right. One of her friends managed to preserve a small amount of her work. The other person you see on that woven scroll, the same person I inherited the ancient name Vuka from. It was said that she was raised by a dragon mother, then went on to found the Flower Feather clan. The uncrowned queen who brought freedom to the weak and to the persecuted Saurians. Lianka.
Malfunction. This is not the way. This is not where you belong. Malfunction who betrayed us all. You dare seek a place to belong?
What's wrong? Are you okay?
Stay back!
If she's a robo-maid, why is she suddenly acting like a lethal weapon? Ah! What's that sound? A lightning strike? It's gotta be a lightning strike! Why couldn't it hit Kniech on the head?
If there was a lightning storm, I'd have thrown you into the sky by now. Aoife mentioned that you'd brought a humanoid machine to the Children of Echoes. I'm working a job at the moment, and the description was a good match for my target. Humanoid machine. Looks like a maid. Highly destructive. Yeah, this is my target, all right.
Wait! Kniech! Just hold off for a second!
A group of merchants tasked me with locating their missing travel companion. They should be here soon. Want to come and meet them?
Huh?
What did you think I was about to do? Not every job I take on is a hunt, you know.
All right. I'm sorry. Let's go meet these merchants then.
In Nefa?
Inefa! They found you at last! Thank goodness you're okay.
My apologies. Who are you?
Oh no, your memory's gone again? Even your name this time?
Again?
Liyue, Fontaine, Sumeru. This is quite a diverse crew.
So, are you her manufacturers or family?
No way. None of us have that kind of skill. She's Aino's handiwork.
I know?
From now on, your name's Inefa. Promise me. Remember, you have to come home.
Malfunction.
Inefa, are you okay?
Looks like she's getting worse. Is this all our fault?
Can you guys tell us what all this is about? Where are you from? And what's wrong with Inefa?
So sorry. I should have introduced myself. My name's Joachine, and I'm a merchant. This is my wife and daughter, and the rest are friends of the family. We're all from Nodcry.
Not cry?
Wouldn't have been my first guess. How'd you all meet exactly?
That's the thing about Nodcry. It kind of brings together the drifters from all over the world.
Yeah, we're all merchants who ended up finding our feet in Nasha Town. Nodcry. It was going okay until all the trouble started.
Trouble?
The Fatui. They came down from the north. They've made some big moves in Nodcry lately. It's caused quite a bit of friction with the local religious groups.
That's one way to put it. You know what I heard? They pulled the whole moon down.
That, plus the incident with the moon statues? Surely the Frost Moon Scions aren't going to take all this lying down.
Anyway, there us regular folks were, just trying to make a steady living while getting increasingly worried that it's gonna turn ugly. In the end, we figured heading back to our respective homes is probably the best thing for now. So we decided to make the journey together.
And me?
Your case is, a little different. But you did come here on the same boat as us.
And it was smooth sailing, until we got attacked by those weird machines as we were coming into shore.
Weird machines? Secret Source automatons by any chance? Inefa saved us all. She jumped off the ship and told us to leave without her.
Really? I did that?
As soon as we'd found another place to dock, we looked around for someone to help us. We'd have paid anything to get her back.
Hence why our price negotiation went so smoothly. However, the Traveler and party were the ones who actually saved Inefa. And Shalonen is the one who woke her up. I'll have to include their costs in the final bill.
Oh, please. I barely did anything. All credit to Inefa. She only woke up because of her build quality, so I guess I should say all credit to this Aino, then? Her core is remarkably resilient. It's a rare find, even among Natlan's source mechanisms. Was Aino the one who modified it?
Oh! If so, then we just need to get Aino to come here and fix her. Then she'll get all her memories back.
I'm afraid that's not gonna work. The core is most likely just something Aino picked up on one of her scavenger hunts. I doubt she did much beyond salvaging it. And as for the memory thing, Inefa's whole reason for joining us on our journey was to come to Natlan and look for her missing memories.
Please, explain in more detail.
All right. Although I've lost count of how many times we've been through this, and I'm only telling you what you originally told me. Although Aino built you, she never could figure out where your core came from or how it works. The only thing she was fairly sure of was that it's not from Nodcry. Things were fine at the start. You'd occasionally forget to pay for your groceries or add salt to a dish you were cooking. But that was as bad as it got. Until one day, you were sweeping the floor, and suddenly you forgot your own strength. Nearly took the entire wall down. The worst part of that was, Inefa had completely forgotten that Aino was on the other side of that wall.
Huh?
Aino was fine, of course, didn't bat an eyelid. But since then, Inefa has been searching for a way to try and repair herself. Anyway, a bunch of mechanical parts from Natlan showed up in Nodcry recently, and you noticed they bore some similarities to your core. Then you learned that a group of us were planning to return home, stopping off in Natlan on the way, so you tracked us down and joined the crew. Well, does any of that jog your memory?
No.
Didn't think so.
Has her memory loss always been this serious?
No. When we first set off, she'd have the occasional memory lapse, but it only lasted a moment. Didn't really affect anything. I seriously doubt Aino would have let her come on this trip if it had been that bad. But then, the closer we got to Natlan, the worse her symptoms got.
She was already in a pretty bad state by the time she went to fend off those machine things. And now? I wonder if that battle just made things worse.
Poor Inefa.
My friends, I know we've only just arrived in Natlan, but from what I've heard, you're some of this nation's top talents. Is there anything you can do to cure her? Anything at all?
Perhaps coming to Natlan was a bad idea after all.
Well, it's too early to say. And don't forget that before I was interrupted by you guys, I'd just started my deep dive into researching the secret source automatons.
My job isn't done yet either. You wanted your travel companion back, safe and sound. I still have work to do.
So, why don't you all stick around here in Natlan a little longer? Your ship got attacked, and since then, you've been scrambling to try and find your missing crew member. Sounds like you need some time to catch your breath.
Yeah, I was just thinking, we could do with a breather. But where would we stay?
How about the Flower Feather clan? In my tribe, weary travelers are always welcome.
Flower Feather Clan.
In the meantime, we'll try to find whatever information we can about Inefa. After all, she has a message for our Tumaini. So this is as much our business as it is yours.
Oh yeah! Paimon had practically forgotten all about that. You guys don't happen to know the code, do you?
Oh, the code for the cryptex. Sorry, Inefa wouldn't tell us anything about that.
You gotta wonder what sort of a person sends a robot with amnesia to deliver their messages.
To be fair, they couldn't have known things would get this bad.
Also, Inefa told me she had a backup plan to make sure she wouldn't forget the code.
A backup plan? Great! So what is it?
Backup plan. Memory missing.
Huh. Well, as long as we get her memories back, that'll solve everything, right?
Oh, yeah, okay, because it's that simple. Wait, you do realize I can't promise anything, don't you?
I do. I also know that every time you say that, you end up getting the job done.
I'm gonna get in touch with some other people who might be able to help us. Tumaini, Paimon. See you around.
Bye, Kanich! Oh, and bye, a How. Actually, that's weird. Why is a How so quiet today?
You're being very strange today.
Am I? Tell me one strange thing I've said!
That's the strange part. You haven't protested to anything I've done today. Not the original price for the job, not the revised timeline, none of it.
That's because I fainted from your stupidity! You stupefied me into a stupor! Got it? Is something wrong with my memory? Or is that really who I think it is? Who cares? She isn't my problem. The last few days really flew by. Do you think Inefa and the merchants are enjoying their stay at the Flower Feather clan? Let's go see how they're doing!
so tough.
Do you think Inefa will like this gift we got her?
See? See? It said yes! Are you sure? Because when I asked it who's the better hero, Ishkik or Leonka, it gave the exact same answer. Hey, you hear that? That's the answer it gave when I asked who'd win in a fight between Kukuku and a How.
You guys, it's just making random beeps.
Whoa!
Is that Tumaini and the flying expert? Beep beep. Yes, it's us. Anyway, where's Inefa?
Probably out mopping up those mad machines as usual. There must be a lot of them, because she hardly ever comes back for a rest.
Wait, all by herself? Are we sure that's a good idea after what happened last time?
Inefa said that since she lost her memories, her cognition module's been running more smoothly, and it's greatly boosted efficiency in cleaning and tidying tasks. I think that was it.
Huh. So, losing her memories has somehow made her a better fighter?
She's awesome! I saw her carrying a whole pile of beaten up machines in one hand! All the grown-ups say that they feel much safer leaving the house now, thanks to her. So we thought it'd be nice to give her a little gift. We've tried giving her flowers and feathers, but it seemed like she didn't like them very much. That got us thinking. Maybe robot people don't like the same things as us.
Aha! So that's why you made her this flower out of mechanical parts.
Yeah, we still don't know if she'll like it, though.
It's okay, Arieta. She'll love this one. I'm sure of it.
But what if she doesn't? This might be my last chance. Well, now that all of my mom and dad's other friends from Nodcry have left to go home, it's just us left. And they said today, it's our turn to go home too.
Already? Wasn't the plan to stick around until Inefa gets better?
Dad says everyone back home is expecting us, and he doesn't want us to overstay our welcome here. He thought we should at least make sure Inefa wasn't getting any worse first, but now that it's been a few days, he says it's time we made a move. To be honest, I can kinda understand. He hasn't been home in so many years. Mom and I can tell that he misses Liyue a lot.
Ah, no wonder. So, what about your mom then? Guessing she's not from Liyue.
No, she's from Nodcry. She met my dad after he moved there. I was born there too. He's been there the whole time I was growing up, so he hasn't been home in at least 10 years.
Don't worry. We'll write to you and let you know how Inefa's doing. You bet! And once she's all better, we'll bring her to visit you in Liyue.
Yeah, so don't worry too much about the flower. I'm sure she'll love it. But even if not, you'll have other chances in the future. Although, I guess we still need to wait till she gets back. I wonder how much longer she'll be.
Who knows? Seems like she takes longer and longer every time she goes out. Can't we go take it to her? No, wait. The grown-ups would never let us do that. Way too many of those mad machines out there.
What am I gonna do? If she doesn't get back soon, I might run out of time. Oh, really? Thanks, Tumaini.
All the grown-ups I know who've been to Liyue say it's a really beautiful place. They have loads of cool toys there too, right?
I only know what my dad's told me. He said there's a toy seller at Jehu Rock.
Sounds awesome.
Once you get there, you have to write to us and tell us all about it.
If I can pull off this trick, it'll be so cool.
Threat eliminated. Scanning for next target.
Inefa!
Traveler, Paimon. Annihilation mode disengaged. Chat mode activated.
Chat mode, huh? Huh. You'd probably get along well with a Fontanian magician friend of ours. She does modes instead of moods, too.
Good morning. Nice to see you again. What lovely weather we're having.
Hey! Don't you start too. One robot's enough.
These are some standard greetings I learned recently. 3 greetings in a row equals thrice the greetment. Hypothetically speaking.
Where did you get greetment from? Never mind. You're doing a whole lot better than the last time we met.
Yes. My cognition and language modules are recovering well. I can now sustain fluid conversation. But I have still been unable to retrieve the memory containing the code to the cryptex. I will keep trying. Sincere apologies. Yes, now that a convenient moment to change the topic has presented itself. What is that object in your hand? A new model of source mechanism? Flower. Flowers are plant reproductive organs. But I detect no signs of life.
It's more like a flower built from mechanical components.
Understood. A flower-shaped machine component. What is its function? Which module is it designed for? Is it compatible with my hardware?
It doesn't have a function. It's just for looking at. You know, a cute little souvenir.
Cute little souvenir. But if it serves no function, for what purpose was it built? A cryptex is for sending messages. Machines are for performing tasks. What about this flower? What is it for? Gratitude?
Yeah. If someone helps you out, you help them back. And if someone gives you a gift, you get them something in return. That's how we show gratitude to other people.
The Flower Feather Clan took me in, so I'm neutralizing threats near their territory. Like that?
Yes, exactly. You got it. So, it all makes sense now, right?
But is this not tit for tat? I heard Mr. Kenichi use this term.
No, that's completely different.
I will. Gratitude.
In terms of its purpose, think of it as a memento of your friendship.
Memento? Important memory. Memento.
Here, wear this flower. And this feather, too. There. Much better. Gotta look your best for your big journey. It's just a flower. It's not that heavy. Just think of it as a little souvenir from me. Something to take with you on the road. That's right, a souvenir. Sometimes when people have something important to remember, they'll pick an object to use as a reminder of that thing. Even if you end up forgetting everything, this flower will always keep blooming. It could take 1,000 times, maybe 2,000, but maybe one day, you'll see the flower bloom, and suddenly, you'll remember the reason for your journey. No, everyone's on their own path, and they have to walk it alone. Just as your journey is yours and no one else's. Besides, I have no plan to go to war against him. We both owe each other far more than our mere lives. If either of us actually wanted to claim on that debt, all they'd have to do is ask. If anything, I pity him. In a way, his situation's not so different from yours. But in his case, it's turned him into something neither human nor dragon. The more he chases the sun, the more it blinds him to the creatures who live by its light. You were once, well, she was once the enemy of humankind. And Ochkan doesn't care to distinguish between you and her like Ishkik and I do. He sees you as the same being. So if you stay behind, and especially if you help me, it'll only stoke the flames of his blind hatred even further. Come on, you have bigger things to worry about than me right now. You have a huge journey ahead of you. That should be your focus. Have faith. This tribe will kneel to no one. They will never be slaves. If they lose their leader, someone else will take up the mantle. Heck, even a child who's barely learned how to walk could do it. All right, time to go. Some things are destined to be forgotten. Don't let it get to you. In 1,000 years' time, you'll have a life far, far away from here. So go. Cross the ocean. Find a new place to belong.
Malfunction who betrayed us all. You dare seek a place to belong?
Inefa? Inefa, what's wrong?
I was... Sincere apologies. My cognition module crashed for a moment. It is now fixed.
Is it because you've been fighting for too long? Oh, you need to rest. Come on, let's get you back.
Back? Back to the Flower Feather Clan?
Yeah, of course. Everything else aside, Adieta and her folks will be leaving soon. Don't you want to say a proper goodbye?
Yes. The closer I am to the Flower Feather Clan, the more erratic my cognition module becomes. Occasionally, unidentified data surfaces from my memory banks.
Memory data? So, what about that curse Shilonen mentioned? Does it not hurt to remember anymore?
It does. Even now, it still hurts. I have merely switched off the corresponding facial expressions to avoid making other people uncomfortable. But if I do not recall my memories, I cannot complete my task.
So, is this why you've been spending so much time out here?
When memory data surfaces, there is a high probability that my cognition module will crash. This constitutes a safety risk. Therefore, I have been spending time away from the tribe.
Yeah, exactly! Whatever happens, we'll make sure things don't get out of hand.
Assessing relative combat capability. Paimon, approximately 1/5.
1/5? Of what?
Traveler. Risk mitigated. Strategy accepted.
I can't thank you enough for hosting us these past few days. And thanks for agreeing to look after Nefa. I know it's a lot to ask.
It's all right. She'll be in good hands.
She never came back. I guess I'll have to leave without saying goodbye.
Hey now, you'll see her again. And we have so much to look forward to in Liyue. All those Shao lanterns lighting up the sky. You've always wanted to see that.
Arieta, Amu, Joashin. I am back.
Huh? Inefa? You brought her back? Thanks so much. Don't mention it.
Also, gratitude for the flower. What does it feel like to know where you are returning to?
That's a strange question. As soon as you're all better, you'll be returning to Not Cry. Oh, and we forgot to say, we're actually heading there ourselves soon. Maybe we can travel together.
Not cry. Is that home?
Huh?
Cognition module unable to define home. All the memory data that has presented itself recently has been related to Natlan. But the merchants tell me that I have family waiting for me in Nodcry. If I do recover my memories, which time period will they be from? And will the post-recovery me be the same me that I am now, or someone different?
Phew. That's a deep question.
What is it that you're afraid of? Are you worried the new you will be so different you don't even recognize her?
Finding near synonyms for mind and conflict. Cognition module. Split. Yes. Once I have been split, will it change the way I define home?
Now that's a tough question. A lot of people and a lot of Saurians spend their whole lives searching for an answer to that. But if you want my opinion, home is somewhere you can always return to, wherever that might be. No matter how far you fly, there will always be someone back there waiting for you. No matter how battered and bruised you get, you can always go back there to rest and recover. I guess you could say it's somewhere you belong. Wherever it is that your memories guide you back to, I'm sure it'll be somewhere you feel safe, somewhere you feel you belong. Of course, everyone's situation is different, and I don't know how applicable my experience is in your case, but consider it a reference point, I guess?
Okay. Recorded under reference data.
And at the end of the day, I mean, who says you can't have more than one home? There's no law against it. Someone's looking for us. Hopefully this means there's been some progress. Don't be afraid to recover your memories. They might contain the answers you're looking for.
Got it.
Recover your memories. Malfunction. Have you forgotten why you cast them away to begin with?
Be prepared and stay safe.
gonna be you.
Why? Don't you think I'd want to do my part to help the Traveler? And anyway, no one's more qualified than the Masters of the Nightwind when it comes to Natlan's ancient history.
Ancient history? Wow. Even by Lolly's standards?
If you think I didn't hear that, you're sorely mistaken. But anyway, back to the matter at hand. I don't know if you noticed, but Kenichi's little sidekick has been acting a little strange around Ineffa. After you parted ways, Kenich put him in timeout for 3 whole days and nights. Then he had Aoife send Kakuku to torment him for another night. Finally, Ahau got so infuriated with Kakuku's pestering that he lost his cool and let slip a crucial piece of information. 2 words. Sovereign Ruler.
Sovereign Ruler? So what? Isn't that just how he introduces himself?
It is, and I always assumed it was a load of hot air. But apparently not. Turns out the title refers to the 13 Dragon Lords who ruled Natlan in ancient times. Wait, really? How? It took me forever to figure this out. Anyway, the 13 sovereign rulers are not ordinary dragons, but forms of artificial intelligence created by the Pyro Dragon using secret source technology. They had superior intelligence and greater authority than even the ancient dragons themselves. Each ruled over a portion of Natlan's territory. But one by one, they disappeared during the war with the heroes. Even most of their names are unknown now, long since buried in the sands of time. If we hadn't managed to pry that tidbit out of Ahau's mouth, I would have had no idea where to even start.
I always thought that little monster's biggest claim to fame was arguing with Kakuku for an entire day. He has quite a history then, huh? Which of the 13 was he?
Not a clue. So far, he has staunchly refused to reveal which of the sovereign rulers he was. My guess is that he doesn't even remember. Remember, these rulers were supposed to be powerful forms of artificial intelligence. And Ahau, well, it hardly seems like he's still in his prime. I'll bet he's lost most of his memories and power by now.
Lost. Memories.
Yet, despite that, Ahau seemed to sense the presence of a fellow sovereign ruler when you were nearby. Specifically, it's the core in your chest he was reacting to.
What? Ineffa's a sovereign ruler too?
Could be. Kenich and Aoife have been keeping a close watch on Ahau, in case he reveals anything else. But so far, it seems like those 2 words are all he remembers.
Darn! So the trail's gone cold.
Not completely. There's also Lianka and the Flower Feather clan, both of which have triggered a response from Ineffa so far. And as it happens, out of the sovereign rulers that I was able to dig up information on, there was one who had a very close relationship with Lianka. Her name was the Priestess of Floral Candles and Skyborn Feathers, otherwise known as the 8th Lord. She ruled over what is now the Flower Feather clan's territory. The records claim that she didn't die in the war with humanity, but was executed by her own kind. Her crime being betrayal of dragonkind by secretly raising a human. Lianka.
Huh? Shaska, did you know this?
Some of it. Our tribe's origin story has Lianka being raised by a dragon. And of the 6 heroes, she had the closest relationship with dragonkind. After raising her, her surrogate mother then encouraged her to leave the nest and seek her own path. She traveled far and wide, settling disputes between humans and Saurians. She didn't pick sides based on past grievances between humanity and dragonkind. She stood up for the weak, protecting them from those more powerful who sought to exploit them. Gradually, a community of like-minded people and Saurians gathered around her, united by their desire for freedom and equality. And that was how the Flower Feather clan began. But that's as much as the legends say. They never mentioned her dragon mother's name, or what became of her in the end.
Oh, sorry. My cognition module is acting up again. At some point during this conversation, it started behaving very erratically. You mentioned that the priestess of floral candles and skyborn feathers was executed. Might I ask how?
Unfortunately, the humans of that time weren't privy to all the details of dragon affairs. The only records we have are vague references from after the fact. It's very possible that this is mere speculation or complete fabrication, so don't give too much weight to it. But for what it's worth, it's said that a curse was placed on the priestess by one of the other rulers. If she truly harbors pro-human sentiment, then for every ounce of goodwill she feels, may her mind be flooded with pain of immeasurable proportions. In the savage conflict and chaos that followed, the priestess's mind was ultimately destroyed.
Jeez, what a bizarre method of execution. Definitely sounds like the history writers used some artistic license there.
I'm fine. This didn't seem to trigger any erratic behavior. So, do you think that my origins have something to do with this sovereign ruler?
Interesting. Well, it's hard to say what, if any, direct connection you have to the Eighth Lord. But since the name Lianka seems to ring a bell for you, why don't you look into it yourself? I brought some woven scrolls with me that might be useful. Have a look if you're interested. Here. Don't say anything. In a moment, I'm going to leave. I need you to join me, discreetly. It's just a little spell based on our prior experience. I'll explain everything shortly when you catch up with me. Well, I need to get going now. If I find out anything more, I'll keep you updated.
Gratitude. Goodbye.
Bye, Sweet Lolly.
Now's your chance. Slip away quietly while they've got their heads buried in those woven scrolls. Meet me at the other side of the settlement.
Would a machine created by dragons really betray its own kind? She seemed to approve of the path her daughter took. But what about her? What path did she take?
None of the legends of Lianka say anything about her dragon mother defecting to humanity and fighting against dragonkind. Sounds like speculation to me. Maybe the other sovereign rulers just didn't trust her.
So mean. Do you think it's possible that Lianka found a way to secretly save the priestess of, flower feather something?